sort of the quality of the experience there. But we also know that there is definitely a quality of experience that exists on other kinds of teams that you're part of. I think, my point of view here is really about not just the choice and challenge of choosing Development Academy or high school. It's really about the choice to play soccer and to choose soccer as the vehicle within which you as an individual, as a young person, hope to develop some of those, what we call, they used to be called soft skills, but I call them supercognitive skills. The things that really serve you well as you grow and become an adult. The ability to work with others, the ability to be creative, the ability to solve problems, those things. How is sport? How do you look at yourself and the relationship that sport and soccer specifically has to the development of those skills with you, whether it is in Development Academy or whether it is in high school. And I don't think that is something that too often young people look at, is why am I committing so much time to this? Why have I chosen this above all other things to commit my time to? What are the outcomes that I want for my participation in this sport? And what have I given up as a result of that? My own personal life has been driven by what I learned as part of sport and part of soccer. And so I examine it very closely. I think the other thing that concerns me about the Development Academy situation right now, specifically, and related to the work that I currently do, is that the kids who are in my program are really not, it's not open to them because they can't pay. And the reality is that while there are scholarships for some folks in the Development Academy, for the vast majority of kids, you must be able to pay the huge amounts of money it requires in order for you to participate. And that, I think, skews the whole sort of development paradigm and the development opportunities. If it is a group that can afford to be with the ultra-competitive teams and another group that cannot. So that's going to skew both the outcomes and the experience for what's going on there.
Thanks. Talk a little bit about, I'll address this to my brother and put him on the spot, but then I invite any one of the coaches to speak up. Part of the challenge, it would seem, in making the choice is, what is the right level for me? How good a player am I today, and how good a player will I be potentially? I know a number of my friends who don't live in this area, in other words, think their kids are great when they're actually not very good, and they shouldn't be playing, but they can afford to pay for a program and play in a premier. How do you help parents and kids in the audience assess their ability, and where is the right place for them?
Well, again, that's what I alluded to in my opening comments, is getting the information. And along with everything else in the game, the involvement of what you see here, premier soccer clubs, development academy clubs, high school coaches, college coaches, camps. There's so many different places where you can get that information. And you really have to seek it out. You also have to be honest with yourself and honest with your son or daughter to decide, okay, is this something and is this level appropriate for me? We face it all the time in the college game. I was a Division III college soccer player. I made a decision to go to Middlebury College, turn down some scholarship offers at Division I because I wanted to play. And I wanted to play the minute I walked into college. And I was being told at Division I schools that, it might be a year or two. I got good information. I had good guidance. I had good mentors, and Dan Wu and Coach Leffler, and my family, who helped me with those decisions. But I think that that type of information is why you're here tonight, and you have all those different levels here. Like I said, this is probably the biggest paradox that I've seen in coaching, in my coaching career and my playing career in college. I just got back from Sweden where I played after I left college. And we also have recruited a young man from Manchester City from their development academy to come to Clemson next year, who's been offered professional contracts in England and who's chosen education in the American way over going through with a one-year pro contract because there's so much uncertainty in it. At Malmo right now, they've started schools, a school at the club. So as the Development Academy in U.S. Soccer is moving, I believe, in the right direction in terms of our, as Steve referred to it, in terms of our hardware, technical, tactical, physical, I'm not sure whether this decision is really developing the software in the players in terms of emotional, psychological, and lifestyle. And those are skills that you're going to need through the rest of your life. So what I've seen as I've traveled and done a bit of recruiting, I've seen that as we're moving, I believe, in the right direction with the academy programs, the rest of the world, and the academy will put this out there that we have to, you've heard Jürgen Klinsmann say it, that we have to get closer to the rest of the world. The rest of the world is coming back to an educational paradigm where their development, they don't have high school soccer. They're still doing the development, but they're doing the education. So seek out the information, and what it comes down to is, what are your goals? Are your goals to make the national team like Mickey talked about? Mickey had that ability. You could see it when he was 14 years of age. I remember watching him, right? And we knew it, that he had that. You could see the drive and the passion that he had for it. My brother had it. What are your goals? Are your goals to play in college, to play the sport that you love, that you've grown to love, that you've spent all the time that Steve just talked about at a college level? And then find out, what are your developmental goals? I think that we can't answer those things for you here on this panel. Only the players can answer those by good inquisitive questioning and finding environments where they can get those answers.
Mickey, you want to add something?
Yeah. I think the timing of the decision is good in terms of what do you want as a player and what do you want as a parent from your child in terms of the end objective. I think even in our club, and we're fortunate, we've had Benny Feilhaber playing the last World Cup, Kyle Martino, Major League Rookie of the Year, and Marcus Tracy, a Herman Award winner in college soccer. Over thousands of kids that have gone through our program have made that elite level. But if you ask everyone in our club under the age of 14, they all want to be professional soccer players. They all do. 99.5% of American soccer players have no idea what it takes to be a professional soccer player. I'm just going to be honest, and I love all the players in my program.